Are we facing a new era of colonialism? We are not facing mere passing political shifts, but rather standing on the threshold of a new era of colonialism, a more cunning and brutal form of colonialism that reflects an unprecedented moral and religious bankruptcy among the major powers. These powers, feeling their global standing eroding, have entered a phase of open political barbarity, where survival is no longer determined by those most committed to values, but by those most capable of imposing power and extorting others. The masks have fallen. Human rights and international law are now merely selective tools, used when needed and disregarded when they conflict with interests. The world today is governed by the logic of fear of collapse, not by the logic of justice or partnership, and this is why we are witnessing a frantic race for hegemony, even if the price is igniting wars and destroying societies. We are entering a phase of comprehensive global chaos, in which alliances are being reshaped, the lines between right and wrong are blurred, and influence is being redrawn through force and blackmail. Small states lacking deterrent capabilities are vulnerable to exclusion or disintegration, while others will be forced to share their wealth and relinquish their economic sovereignty in exchange for survival, a new form of indirect colonialism, less costly militarily but more politically and economically devastating. In this context, it becomes an obligation, not a choice, for nations to prepare to confront this new world and its insidious tools. History leaves no room for doubt. Most periods of colonialism were merely desperate attempts by faltering empires to postpone their downfall. When these empires feel threatened, they do not retreat, rather, they expand, repress, and seek to eliminate rivals and crush rising powers before they reach a point of empowerment. Can colonialism succeed in this era? Any colonial project that is not based on direct occupation and effective control over the land and the levers of power remains fragile and doomed to failure. The paradox, however, lies in the fact that this type of control has become virtually impossible in a world where the nature of conflict has changed. Even the major powers, despite their military superiority, find themselves embroiled in protracted and futile wars because the era of conventional warfare is over. Regular armies have been replaced by new forms of resistance, guerrilla warfare, drones, snipers, and flexible organizations, all drawing on the historical experiences accumulated by peoples through revolutions and wars of liberation. Every modern colonial attempt carries within it the seeds of its own failure, for it revives the spirit of resistance and awakens in societies a yearning for the era of revolutionaries, clandestine organizations, and anti-colonial operations. In Vietnam, in Algeria, and in Afghanistan, history has proven an unchanging lesson. Revolutionaries are the ones who create glory and write the collective memory of peoples, while the colonizer, no matter how much power he possesses, ultimately emerges burdened with defeat, having lost morally and politically before he loses militarily.